Hi, my name's Madison McCauley, and today I'm going to inform you on the history of American Sign Language and the benefits of knowing American Sign Language. First, I'm going to begin with a phrase. Do you know what I said? Can you imagine not being able to hear the world around you? Have you ever looked at someone signing and wondered what they were saying? American Sign Language, also known as ASL, is used between the deaf, hard of hearing, and even the hearing to communicate with each other. ASL is the primary mode of communication for the deaf and hard of hearing. ASL is completely visual and gestural language with no vocal component. 3 points I'm going to discuss today are the history of ASL, what ASL is, and the benefits of knowing ASL. To begin, I'll tell you some background information on the history of American Sign Language. For the past 250 years, ASL has evolved in the United States and Canada for deaf individuals to communicate. It all started in 1864 with Thomas Gallaudet and Lawrence Clark, who together eventually formed the first school for the deaf and hard of hearing. The school was named Gallaudet University, and it was in Washington, D.C. According to Lentz, Smith, and Mikos in the book Signing Naturally, published in 2014, stated, quote, "Before Gallaudet and Clark established Gallaudet University, there was an island off Cape Cod called Martha's Vineyard. The inhabitants of Martha's Vineyard had a genetic pool that resulted in a vast number of deaf people living in the community due to interbreeding. 1 out of 155 people who lived at Martha's Vineyard were deaf." End quote. And it wasn't until the mid-1960s until linguists even recognized ASL as a distinct language. Today, there are so many issues surrounding ASL and ASL in education. However, with the amount of deaf in the United States and Canada, ASL will continue to grow and spread. For hundreds of years, the use of sign language was viewed negatively and had many misconceptions. However, today it's used by millions across the world. ASL has been growing steadily in the U.S. since the formation of Gallaudet University. Now that I've covered the history of ASL, I will tell you what ASL is and also what it is not. ASL is not a visual code for English. Thomas Holcomb stated in his book, Introduction to American Deaf Culture, published in 2013, quote, "ASL is different from spoken languages because of the modality. For ASL, it's visual and gestural." End quote. ASL is not universal like many would believe. There are hundreds of sign languages in the world to help others communicate. ASL has now made a comeback in many people's lives. However, many still perceive ASL as nothing more than random signs with no linguistic structure. Now that you know what ASL is, I'll discuss the benefits of learning ASL. There are so many benefits of learning ASL. ASL allows learners to get insight on deaf culture. ASL provides cultural enrichment, which means it allows means of understanding of the deaf culture. Dale Gross stated in his book, The Benefits of American Sign Language, published in 2010, quote, "allows one to challenge their own cultural assumptions." End quote. Once you begin learning ASL, you will be immersed into a culture you never knew existed, and will obtain incredible knowledge about the hidden societies surrounding you every day. Teaching young children and special needs children ASL helps learn new communication ways at a young age and bridge the gap between the hearing and the deaf. ASL is a growing language that has many benefits. It wasn't until the mid-1960s until linguists recognized ASL as a distinct language. With the amount of deaf in the United States and Canada, ASL will continue to grow and spread. Many people are still unaware of the important historical background and evolution of ASL. It is more than a series of random movements. It is, in and of itself, a form of communication that has taught infants, children, special needs individuals, and everyone in between to express themselves. ASL is an incredible, complex, and growing language that should be taught in every school. There are many misconceptions of the use of sign language, and many do not understand the underlying issues between the deaf and the hearing. Interpreters for the deaf are needed now more than ever, which is why I am still striving to become an interpreter myself. Thank you.